Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin and I am the Dream Decipherer, and I help you to crack the code of your sleep and dreams so you can sleep sound deep. This evening I'm going to share and sleep. And part one is going to look at how diet in general will impact your sleep. So we all know that caffeine can keep us awake. That's why we drink coffee or tea in the mornings to get us going and keep us going. But did you know that caffeine can be found in lots of other things? Things that you might not even suspect? Things, well, you might know about Red Bull or energy drink and other energy drinks, but there are unexpected sources such as decaffeinated coffee, believe it or not, and teas. In a study done of popular coffee establishments revealed that decaf brews contained more than 13 milligrams of caffeine in a 16-ounce serving, as much as some of the same establishments' caffeinated options. Other surprising sources of caffeine include non cola sodas, chocolate, which actually we do know about, cocoa products, ice cream, I would have never guessed that one, and breakfast cereals, believe it or not. So no wonder our kids are bouncing off the walls between all the sugar and caffeine in their cereals. But there are other even sneaky ways of getting caffeine into us without us realizing it. But did you know that your diet can have an impact on your weight? Not only on your weight, but on sleep. So think about it. The bathroom scale. Oh no. And despite checking in with it every day, you still may not be able to understand why the numbers aren't going down. And we are told over and over and over if you eat right and exercise, weight loss is a doddle. No problem, a no brainer. So, what's going on? Why can't you seem to lose weight? Does sleep help lose weight? How you sleep and the way you sleep may very well be linked to your weight gain or loss, as the case may be. If you're counting calories and hitting the gym, but you're staying up all night gorging on box sets of Netflix, you're impeding your own progress, believe it or not. For your body to operate it at optimum level, you need to balance exercise, food, and sleep. And a healthy diet will help you to fall asleep faster, enhance your sleep quality and duration, and when you get consistent high quality sleep, you actually eat better. Research indicates that when sleep deprived, you're more likely to consume foods high in calories, fat, and sugar because of out of balance leptin and ghrelin levels. And these are proteins, amino acids that A, in the case of leptin, tells your brain you're had enough to eat so that you feel full, and ghrelin, which is an appetite stimulant. So when without proper sleep, these hormones actually um, as well as overeating during the day. So it's important to remember that also that eating a heavy meal close to bedtime will interfere with the body's processes of winding down for sleep. So, what exactly does a sleep oriented diet actually look like? A sleep promoting diet is varied and rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, lean proteins, and dairy. And dairy. A diet that's healthy for sleep also manages portion size and limits amounts of high sugar and heavily processed foods that you take in during the day. Nutrients found in a range of healthy foods provide particular benefits to sleep. Now, first of all, let's look at what kinds of foods keep you awake. Foods that can interfere with sleep, as I said, can include high sugar, high carbohydrate, and heavily processed foods. The very same junk food that's problematic for your waistline is also troublesome for your sleep. For example, sugary foods, meals with high carbohydrates like a lot of chips can have a damaging impact on your blood sugar. Eating heavy meals close to bedtime also interferes with the body's process of relaxing in preparation for sleep. So, should we eat it all before or drink it all before going to bed? Well, obviously, it's not a good idea to go to bed hungry. When your stomach's empty and rumbling, it's going to be distracting and make it more difficult to fall asleep. However, being too full at bedtime can also interfere with falling asleep, and sleep quality through the night can be disrupted as the body labors to digest all of that food, which is taking away time from other essential repair and regeneration efforts by the body. If you have to eat something before going to bed, have a light snack like yogurt, maybe a banana, a bowl of low sugar cereal or oatmeal, or even a nighttime smoothie for weight loss would be more sensible. You do want to drink as much water as you can. That can't be stressed enough. We're 90% water, so we really do need it. And staying hydrated throughout the day not only promotes alertness and focus and help balance our energy levels, whereas being dehydrated leaves us feeling sluggish and tired and unable to think clearly, and which can eventually disrupt your sleep pattern. So remember, by the time you're feeling thirsty, you're actually already dehydrated. So drinking regularly is absolutely essential. Not waiting till you're gasping for something to drink. You're already dehydrated, so you're playing catch up. Avoiding alcohol, caffeine, and energy drinks late in the afternoon, particularly alcohol, because it increases your tendency to snore and worsens sleep apnea, where the breathing stops or is interrupted during sleep. Below, let's look at some of the suggestions that can help improve both your waistline and your sleep. There are simple diet tweaks that you can do, such as alcohol. Alcohol is a biggie. Research shows that healthy people who drink alcohol do fall asleep more quickly and sleep more deeply at first. However, when the alcohol actually wears off, it can wake people during very important restorative stages of sleep. So it may help you to get to sleep faster, but it's not going to be a healthy sleep, or it's going to interrupt the pattern of this going through the different sleep stages. And it means that the essential repair work doesn't have the time to do its thing and do the garbage details and all the other things that need to go on when we're asleep. Alcohol, as I said before, can also worsen the symptoms of sleep apnea. And regular alcohol use can increase your likelihood of sleepwalking, sleep talking, which will please your partner no end, and memory problems. Another thing to be careful of is very spicy food. Spicy food can cause heartburn, which can impact your sleep. When you're lying down, the acid reflux often becomes worse. It can also worsen the symptoms of sleep apnea as well if the backed up acid irritates your airway. So that can also worsen sleep apnea. Additionally, research shows that consuming red pepper, cayenne pepper, can increase your body temperature, which contradicts the natural process of our body cooling down when we sleep. Another thing to watch out for are very high fat and high protein foods. In one study, which was conducted admittedly on rats, lab rats, which were fed a high fat diet over 8 weeks, the rats exhibited more fragmented sleep at night and were excessively sleepy during the day. This may be because high fat foods brought about weight gain and a decrease in sensitivity to the brain chemical called orexin, which helps regulate the body's sleep clock. High protein foods like steak and chicken can also disrupt sleep because they take a long time to digest, which is a problem at bedtime since your digestion slows down anyway by up to 50% when you sleep. So if you dine on a large meal right before you sleep, you will encounter the same problem. So avoiding things like aged and processed cheese, salami, pepperoni, all of those things which contain tyramine is also suggested because they trigger the release of norepinephrine, which may stimulate the brain. I mean, norepinephrine is what they use to give people to kind of get them moving when they've gone into a decline. Some additional suggestions are having complex high carbohydrates, such as whole wheat toast or a bowl of oatmeal before going to bed instead. They trigger the release of the sleep hormone serotonin, and they digest quickly. A glass of tart cherry juice before bed can be helpful because tart cherries are a natural source of melatonin. Avoiding spicy foods, as I said, within 3 hours before bedtime, and to do the same with tomato sauce and other acidic foods because they can have a tendency to give you heartburn or indigestion. That's in a nutshell how food and sleep, or the nutrition in general in sleep, can impact your ability to sleep well. In part 2 of this series, we'll be taking a look at the role of vitamins and their impact on our sleep. So I hope you found that useful, and you hopefully will not look at your cup of coffee the same way or your cup of tea in the morning the same way again, and start to do an inventory on what it is you're eating and drinking, particularly in the later hours of the day as you approach the hours of sleep. You may find that you are shooting yourself in the foot with regard to weight loss simply because you're binging on Netflix. Binging on Netflix is going to make sure that you actually binge the next day on food. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great evening and a week to come, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.